What's up, all you GDB fans? Welcome back to the weekly update with DST. It's been a while. Fantasy season has come and gone, and now we're back to the weekly update. Going to hit you with those stories that don't quite make it to the round table, but are still worth an honorable mention. So let's dive right into it. This week we got some exciting stories. First off, in the world of NASCAR, crew chief Chad Noss, crew chief for the four-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion Jimmie Johnson, was slapped with a $100,000 fine and a 6-week ban for questionable modifications at the C-post above the rear windows. That's some technical NASCAR jargon for you guys right there, but basically they were cheating! Really? A guy who won 4 NASCAR back-to-back championships? Now all of a sudden they're being accused of cheating and making modifications to their car? I mean, come on, when is cheating in sports going to end? It's really sad, and it's just ruining everything. The Patriots cheating, and now it's in NASCAR, and just play honest and go out there and compete like everyone else is. I mean, it's really sad, and I don't know if this will throw an asterisk next to Jimmie Johnson's wins, but it's got to raise some eyebrows. I mean, if they come out and they got a car that's not meeting NASCAR specs, and they're out there running faster laps than everybody else, then something's definitely wrong. So I'll be interested to see what happens for this. I know that he's appealing the suspension. We'll see where it goes from there. To the NFL we go. Chad Ocho-stinko is in the news during the offseason. Not for catching any balls, but apparently he was targeted by a lion at a charity event for Voices of Children. And he was walking past this cage that had a lion in it, and it sprayed him with urine like a super soaker all over his Louis Vuittons and his custom suit that he was wearing. And I don't know, it's just pretty funny. He tweeted, I swear to little 10-pound bearded baby Jesus, I just got peed on by a real lion. I'm not lying either. So I don't know if that guy, lion, was secretly maybe a Bengals fan or a Lions fan, but he targeted Ochocinco as many times as he got hit in the Super Bowl. Once. Piss on you, Chad Ochocinco. Another little story I got for you right here. If you lift weights like a girl, it's not such a bad thing anymore. All-Pro center Nick Mangold, Pro Bowl center for the New York Jets, his sister, Holly Mangold, is, she just qualified for the Olympics in the clean and jerk lift. She put up 320 pounds, which is pretty good for a girl. I don't know, yeah, clean and jerk. You go ahead and rock that one. But she's 5'8", 307 pounds. And I don't know, maybe she could play in the lingerie football league, but when you see her picture, you'll know why. She's really not that hot. So I guess, I guess that strength is in their family's size 55 genes. Here's a picture of her. God, she's huge. But she could bench press me, so, that's good enough. And finally, it's Madden cover time again. And they're putting together their brackets, letting the fans do what they did last year and taking votes for the Madden 2013 cover. And they've nominated 2 players from the Cleveland Browns, Joe Thomas and Joe Hayden. And I think it's probably a good idea if Browns fans just sit this one out this year. We definitely, we're very excited to get Peyton on there. Thought the curse couldn't be real, and what did we learn from that? So let's let somebody else have that Madden cover. No one from the Browns. Maybe DST. Yeah, Madden 13, baby. It's great to be back doing the weekly update. Don't forget, if you got any interesting stories or questions, you can hit me up at dst@gamedaybattle.com. And also, don't forget, guys, check us out on Facebook and also on the YouTube page as well, trying to pump that up. So go ahead and spread the word. DST, back with the weekly update. Catch you guys next week.
Okay, does Jeremy Lin deserve to be an NBA megastar and a worldwide superhero? Did he deserve the shot a while ago? And was it race that kept him from getting this shot? Last week we talked about some ice cream racism absurdity concerning Jeremy Lin, but I want to look at the genesis of Linsanity here and look at whether or not it was race maybe that kept him from getting his shot early enough. There aren't very many Asian players in the NBA and haven't been, and he's a very good player that didn't really get a shot. So let's just look back. He dominated in high school. He led his team to a state title, a win over a nationally ranked team. He was All-State Player of the Year, Northern California Division II Player of the Year. Should he have then been recruited heavily by some bigger schools? Well, I don't know, maybe, but he wasn't. And then let's look ahead to his college career and some other stuff that he did. He had a slew of awards MVP awards and other things in different leagues, and also at Harvard. And he was a very dominant player in college. Should that have earned him maybe a draft opportunity, or at least being looked at for the draft? Well, it didn't. He went undrafted, and eventually Golden State picked him up, and then Houston. He didn't get much playing time with either one of them. Was in the D League for a little bit, and then he got picked up by the Knicks and was thrown right on the D League, and never really got an opportunity until the wheels fell off in New York. So, is racism the reason why he never got the opportunity? There are, as I said, a very few number of players in the NBA that are of Asian descent, and I don't think there's ever been a Taiwanese player. So it's definitely a possible factor. But is it the only factor? Lin only applied to a few big schools, and the rest of them were Ivy League schools. So if he's only applying to Ivy League schools, he's only going to get replies from Ivy League schools. It looks like his intentions were more education-based than NBA-based, unless he was inspired by some guys from the 50s. I think 2 guys that came out of Harvard, made it in the NBA in the 50s. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was, but it's unlikely. He was thinking education. Now, I think that there are maybe many people that look at him as Asian and think, well, that isn't something that it fits the prototype of an NBA player. And that is very, very possible. I don't know if that's bad or it's good. I have no idea. But it's possible, and that could be racism, if not at least racial profiling. And that's a whole other discussion whether that's good or bad. But that is something that very well could have hindered his career up to this point. Now, there is something else that I think we really need to look at, is something that Jeremy Lin himself has said. And that is a quote from him: "I just think in order for someone to understand my game, they have to watch me play more than once, because I'm not going to do anything that's flashy or freakishly athletic." And there's the key, because what do recruiters and talent scouts look for? Flashy and freakishly athletic, because that's what they think that the coaches and the teams can mold into superstars. So he is right. He is right. That's his game. If you ever watched him play, that is his game. Is it possible that the fast pace of the big league swallowed this kid? It's absolutely possible. But for Jeremy Lin, he did fight. He is here. And as long as he continues to be the most dominant and the most focused, the most driven, and the most fierce player on every court that he plays, he is going to be in this league for a while, and he is going to be a name in this league for a while. And he deserves it. All right, so it is Monsters time, and Brett, you always bring us the Monsters detail, and the Lake Erie Monsters, soon to be Cleveland Monsters, right? I think, is that right? Not soon. Maybe
the word's out there.
The word's out there. Anyway, I prefer to call them the Cleveland Monsters because they are our team. They play down at the Q.
A lot of people don't understand where Lake Erie Monsters are, so
they could be from anywhere. Pennsylvania,
Erie, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Detroit. You never know. So they're our team, though, and I have a great time every time I go to watch them play. So I know we had a couple big nights, and one of them being, I'm sorry, I'm a Browns fan first, Browns night at the Q, and look at that. That is a really cool shirt, and they always do such a good job with making cool jerseys, making cool shirts whenever it's Browns night. So
yeah, this past Saturday was Browns night. We've had good handful of Browns players there. We had Josh Cribbs, Hanford Dixon, Golick was there. TJ Ward, Jordan Norwood, Hanford Dixon were all in attendance, and the players wore it looked like the throwback white jerseys with the orange and brown stripes on the sleeves there with the brown numbers. It was awesome to see that come out, and then of course they were auctioned off after the game to one of the lucky Monsters fans there, where everyone bid the highest. So. That's great, and that is the fun side of going to it with all the other theatrics and everything that Gilbert brings. Let's look at the hockey side of it. It's heating up, right? It's heating up a lot, especially with this past 3 games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Back to back to back is very tiring coming to Sunday. Yeah, and looking ahead to the playoffs, how do you think we're stacked? I mean, are we really ready to make a run at it? Last year we got our hearts ripped out. I think we are ready to go, just because Seti's back, our goalie. Cedric Desjardins is back. We threw him to Colorado for a little bit, and then we came back. The groin's healed up now. We have Coleman, who's still playing on his mind. Great game so far. And we also got David Vander Gulik back, who was one of our
top scorers coming back from Colorado. So the team's back together now, I want to say, and we should be able to gel. You know, we won that Saturday night. Came back Sunday for Pucks and Paws. Over 200 dogs at the game. Yeah. All the proceeds went to the APL. So that goes to the APL. Thanks for everybody that brought their dogs out that game.
Who did clean up after that?
The smoking area was the dog's designated area.
Gotcha.
So, okay. And it was all in one end zone. So it kind of helped it turn out. But it's always great to see that. I think it was our third time we did this. And it's great to see the Great Danes, the St. Bernards all there, and these little prize dogs.
Tiny dogs.
Yeah.